Today I have a fun exercise for you to find out the truth about your relationship with yourself. I have received these questions from my guides. They told me that these are the questions that I need to ask during this video. I wanted to ask completely different questions, but these are the ones that I have received. Here we go. In order to prepare for this exercise, I want you to sit down and get very comfortable, okay? If that feels good, you can close your eyes, but you don't need to. If this is the first time that you are trying to ask questions from yourself, it can help if you stand up so that you can stay tall and feel your whole entire body, like every vibration inside your body. You would be able to feel it a little bit easier when you are standing up. If you've done this before, if you used your body as a pendulum before, or if you've been asking yourself questions and you've been feeling into the answers that you are receiving, then you can sit down and just get very comfortable. And I want you to pay attention to feelings, sensations, imagery, thoughts that come to you, and even internal voices that you can hear that you just know that are not yours. Also, when we ask a question from our soul or your higher self, however you want to call it, or your intuition, your gut, your inner knowing, doesn't matter how you call it. When you ask a question, then the first thing that comes to you in any form is the truth. The first thought, the first imagery, the first sensation. Every person is different. You will get your answers differently. So I have a test question for you in order to feel into yes and no sensations inside your body. So get ready, however you're going to do this. And now focus inwards. Is the year 2024? And now you should be getting a yes sensation because it is 2024. Now I want you to get ready again. Is the year today 2020? Now you should have received a no sensation. Okay, let's try another test question. Are you a parent? Again, depending whether the answer is yes or no, you would have gotten the yes or the no. So this is the second time you have received one of those. Okay, let's try another one. Are you watching a video right now? And for this one, again, hopefully you had a yes because you are watching a video. So I'm hoping by now you have a sensation of the yes and you must have a sensation of the no. So you know what to expect, whether it's imagery, whether it's a thought, a sensation, a feeling, a little pull or push inside your body. That could be a kind of sensation that you have. And now here we go on the question that I have received from my guides. So just get ready. I'm going to read to you these in order. And depending on the answers, we are going to find out the truth about your relationship with yourself. Are you mostly thinking positively about yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you trust your word? Would you be your own best friend? Do you believe your thoughts to be true? hope you have received your answers, and now we can chat about it. So, are you mostly thinking positive things about yourself? Obviously, if your answer to this one is no, then that just means that your inner voice is still mean to you. And the way to change that is to practice self-kindness, and you can do that through meditation. And this is something that I can help you with. The next one, do you love yourself? I believe that a lot of people will receive a no for this, because secretly there are a lot of things that we tend not to love about ourselves. Even the word love, loving yourself, can be very triggering to a few people. If this is what you have experienced, I want you to sit with yourself, give yourself a little cuddle, because often when we hear this question, our inner child is going to answer it. We really drop back into old feelings as children, as we may have felt as if we were neglected, not loved, not seen, not listened to. And that old trauma is answering the question. And in these cases, what you can do to soothe yourself is to imagine, to visualize that there's the grown-up version of you scooping up the child version of you and comforting yourself, healing your inner child, looking after your inner child. And if this is the case, then you can reassure them that you are there, you're a grown-up, you're very responsible, awesome grown-up, and you will be there for them. You're going to love them, you're never going to neglect them, and they are coming with you on the ride wherever you go. So just try to soothe yourself, because if you received a no, then you have trauma from your childhood or some kind of wound, and inner child healing would do some magic in your life. Do you trust your word? So this is about self-integrity. A lot of the times we don't take our own word seriously. We will go above and beyond to meet other people's deadlines. So if I give my word that I'm going to do something for you, then I go above and beyond to do it. I won't sleep, I will lose family time, I will, step over my own boundaries, possibly compromise my own values, but do it for other people. But when it comes to our word to ourselves, so many times you just ignore it. And the end result of that, sadly, is that we are out of self-integrity. The biggest consequence of doing this is that when you are out of self-integrity, you actually lose your confidence. Because confidence very often comes from, I say something and my word is law, even if I'm the only one who knows what I was saying. And that can give you tremendous amount of confidence. When you are out of self-integrity, that can take away your confidence, because you no longer trust yourself on doing what you say and delivering what you promise, whether that's to someone else or yourself. So over time, this can really take away from your confidence. And there are many ways to build back your self-integrity, but it's a good thing to start with small things. And if you just promise something to yourself, then just do it. Just pay attention to keeping your word to yourself. Would you be your own best friend? I find this very interesting, and I would love to hear in the comments how you answered this one. My answer would be yes. And the reason for that is that I always, ever since I was like very, very little, I always used to wish and dream for a twin sister who's exactly like me, who looks like me. I even wished if our name was same or very similar. And I always had this dream. I just never wanted to be alone, and I would have loved if there was someone who we can be best friends with, and we can do everything together, and we can just almost be like one person in two bodies. Of course, I know that's not how sibling relationships work, but this was my dream. So I believe yes, I would absolutely be able to be my own best friend. And do you believe your thoughts to be true? Now this one, if you got a yes, then you really do need to start meditate, because your thoughts are not true. Some of them may be true accidentally, but most of your thoughts are not true. You are not your thoughts, and you have absolute influence and choice over what you think. Your thoughts just come to you. Most of them are not true. They are influenced by the way you see the world, your specific unique lens through which you see the world, the environment that you grew up in that has a lot of influence on what you believe to be true, what you believe to be right, what you believe to be ethical or not. There are so many factors that will have a role to play in how you see the world, how you interpret the world, what things mean to you or what they do not. Some things won't mean anything to you and it would mean the world to other people. There's too many things that come together in order to be able to say that your thoughts are true. They're true for you, but if you work on yourself, if you do personal development work, then after a while you will realize that sometimes your thoughts are your enemy. And I think the biggest human superpower is when we learn to influence our thoughts, when we are aware and conscious and present enough to be able to spot that this is a thought that does not deserve any entertainment. I'm sending it away and I choose a different one. Typically, negative thoughts will get us into a spiral, or one of those thoughts when you have a scenario in your life and it doesn't go particularly well. You believe you may have said some things that you maybe shouldn't, and then you go back home and in the evening you just run the event over and over and over again, and you obsess over every word, whether that was right or wrong, and mostly you will think what the other person thought about what you said. So you're trying to guess what other people think about you. You're thinking about what they are thinking about you, and you are wrong every single time because most people are preoccupied with themselves, not with you. That's one thing. And the other thing is that you will never be able to guess what another person thinks because they also have their unique lens through which they view the world. It's impossible to guess what another person is thinking about, especially when it comes to, about you or about a situation that you're in. It's not worth your energy. Absolutely not. So depending on your answers, I hope that you found out the truth about your relationship with yourself. And I truly believe that the most important relationship we have in life is the one with ourselves, is the one that is absolutely worth our time and effort. And all of us, we need to be working on it all of the time to make sure that we can live our best life. We can be the happiest we can ever be, and we can be the best versions of ourselves. And if you feel called and ready to do that work with me, I would like to invite you to join my self-acceptance program. This consists of an ebook with the teachings, a workbook with practices that will help you to integrate the teachings, and it comes with a meditation and an activation audio to which you can listen to on a daily basis. I'm also listening to these very frequently and I absolutely love them. This is the best meditation and the best activation that I have created to this date. And I truly believe that this program, if you're willing to go through it and do the work, will absolutely change your life and will open your eyes to new possibilities in life, to new opportunities, to a completely different way to see yourself and the world, and most importantly, to a completely new way to experience your own life and yourself within it. I would love to see you on the inside. Let me know in the comments what you think about these questions and how you're feeling after watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.